That was my young rapper impression. For everybody tuning in, that's what the young rappers do. My name is DJ George Chuck, and I am not a rapper. As you can tell by my prefix, I am a DJ, a disc jockey, a person that jockeys disc. But now we jockey MP3s with controllers. But that's neither here nor there. This is Nightcap Knowledge. We need y'all to put the kids to bed. Get your nightcap. Let's kick this thing off right. Got to give some shouts out to our sponsors. Got to give a shout out to the Mississippi School of Health and Career Services. Begin your career in healthcare today. All of these positions and phlebotomy technician, phlebotomist, nursing assistant, soft skills training, allied health and medical assisting services, COVID-19 and community health worker. These positions and programs can elevate you to your career in healthcare today. mshscschool.com, 769-572-7490. One time for Aspira Pure Water, the official water of Nightcap Knowledge. Refreshing taste, keeping it simple. Available at Amazon.com. Aspira Pure. Let's put those kids to bed, ladies and gentlemen. Get the nightcap. Mr. Mac is here. We've got an all-star panel of guests. We've got reoccurring guest host. We got very smart people, very passionate people. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to put something on your bed before you go to bed. Put some on your brain. This is Nightcap Knowledge. One time for your mind. We are checking in. My name is George. Some people call me Chuck. That is Mac. Some people call him Mr. Mac because he is the real Mac of Jackson.
Hey, I'm just pretending until Shane O'Mac returns.
Oh, no.
Hey, man.
OG Yard Boy representative. OG, triple O.
Oh, man. DJ
OG Yard Boy representative. On the live homies, folks. On the live homies.
Oh, man. What's the business, bro?
Oh, man, look. We've been rolling today. We did 2 hours of baseball practice. I cooked dinner early.
Uh-oh.
But then the boys, they wanted quesadillas. So I had to make... I had to make some cheese quesadillas. And then they wanted the chips and salsa, and they wanted it in fourths instead of the whole quesadilla. Yes.
Yeah. I can
Yeah.
see. I can tell you, you've been a little worn, brother. Where you drink at? You need to get your drink. Get
I,
the nightcap drink of choice. Where is it, Chuck? Where is it?
oh,
Is
you
that?
talking about my water? I already poured
Oh
that.
shit, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. I thought that was it. I thought it was an Aspire Pure. That was I was getting
Oh,
to the Aspire Pure. That
oh,
was
okay. Well,
another
look,
drink that you
I've
just opened.
already look in my handy dandy Black with no chaser cup. I've already put my Spira Pure. You see, I got a little bit left right there.
Now
I've
empty
already got it
bottle.
in my cup, and we are ready to go. Cheers to my brother.
Aqua.
Yes,
That
the drink
is,
of champions. The drink of champions.
that is high quality H2O.
And tuna fish.
Yeah. Hey man, everybody, welcome to Nightcap Knowledge. This show is rated Black and Uncensored, real talk, real issues, real solutions. We are here to talk about a lot of good things on this show. Like I said, if this, someone that might be looking for a politically correct, you might be a little highly sensitive, that might not be the show for you. If you want to get down into some things that matter to our community, some stuff we need to talk about, tearing down some stereotypes and educating, doing a lot of non-traditional stuff. As Dr. Amos Wilson said, the rational mind for the Negro is considered to be radical. So we do a lot of radical shit on here because we think rationally. So I want you to share this information with some folks. And we're going to do something a little bit different. Talk about something that's very, very important. It's hot outside. People are frustrated about gas. People are frustrated about high prices of food. People are frustrated. People are frustrated, right? So things tend to happen when you get hot. So I always talk about this. This is very important. And I got a sister on here that can attest to this. She can be able to tell you that this is real, that transferring of negative energy. Do not allow yourself to fall victim. As we talk about things we see in our community, especially crimes, social crimes, transferring of negative energy. That is your energy. Whatever upset you, you figure out a way to handle it. Do not put that on someone else. Right? Be careful who you're around. That's why, just like when folks talk about things they need to do, different walks in life, you got to be careful who you're in your circle, right? They say keep the squares out your circle. So you got to be careful who in your circle, because you need that positive energy. You need reinforcement. When you're trying to do something different spiritual walk, you're trying to change your diet and eat healthy, trying some untraditional, unorthodox ways of care, you're going to have some folks around you that's going to tell you everything negative and all that. But I'm going to tell you, we got a crew tonight. We're going to talk about things that can help you. But one thing I want you to understand, transferring of negative energy is real. If you have a bad day, don't do anything to make someone else have a bad day. So don't pass that negative energy on to nobody else. Keep it, put it in a bottle. I don't give a damn what you do with it, but just don't pass it on to nobody else. Now, the professional side would say,
you got the money on now.
Find a therapeutic way to release. Right. Find a therapeutic way to release that. Right. So Chuck, we're gonna start off. We'll get that good relax in and out. On Nightcap Knowledge, after we exhale, we pick up a nice adult beverage. Because alcohol helps save some folks' ass. I just want to put it out there. Sometimes the more you drink, the calmer you get. And yeah, that's a long drink, Chuck. That was a long drink.
That was like two.
Well, look, we get to drink tonight. Just remind everybody.
Somebody said we were taking shots.
This is a real good weekend, right? This is a real good weekend. Shameless plug, not only is my anniversary tomorrow, but
happy anniversary to Mac and J. Happy anniversary.
Father's Day. Father's Day is around the corner.
Father.
If you want to support a Black-owned business and you want a nice, handy, dandy shirt.
Black Fathers Matter. All Black Fathers Matter.
Black Fathers Matter. Go to I Got It Made. I Got It Made will take care of you and get you a nice, handy, dandy shirt like I am wearing right here. Shameless plug.
You know what's a shame?
Yes, sir.
I don't even have the I Got It Made overlay in here.
You can't. Neck yourself.
I am sus of the spect.
You are Garfield. You are Garfield.
Goodness gracious.
You are neck yourself.
So look, Mac, tell me what you had going last week, man. Let's do the week recap.
Recap, man. We were rolling. We didn't. Yes, we did. We talked about election a little bit, and recapping that. Working on a couple other projects that are coming up. We got a lot of big things that are rolling. Freedom Summer is kicking off. It's going to be the last Tuesday in June. That's when we start. and we're going to definitely keep the same thing together. Civic engagement, reading, using Black comic books from a Black-owned store, Offbeat. Wednesday, we'll be doing boxing, self-defense, self-discipline, self-esteem. Therapeutic Thursday, we're doing 2 hot meals a day. 2 hot meals a week. So it'll be 1 on Tuesday, 1 on Thursday. Food still will be catered by Sankofa Kitchen. Shout out to Sister Tracy Muhammad. We will have the jerk wings and rice and cabbage and all that good stuff for you. So, so you make sure you check us out. We're gonna drop that flyer later on in the show. But now I just thought about this last week. I said we've had a good balance. We've had, as you was hear from the Sigmas and the Qs, can't nobody say it like when we said the Saras. And matter of fact, we talking about the good Saras. I got a good Sarah, a good sister for DJ George Chuck, who will now be making more than her share of cameo appearances. She will be, whenever she's not busy, the next upcoming co-host of Nightcap Knowledge. Whenever she's around, whenever she can, there's none other than TBC herself, Tanya. Boy, there she goes. There she is. Oh, there she chugging wine. Oh shit! It's gonna be one of them nights. It's gonna be one of them nights. It's gonna be one of them. And there's that red wine. Oh, buddy, Natalie. Oh, get ready, cause we gonna be ready.
In the words of TD Jakes, get ready.
All right. Now we can't hear you, Tanya.
Lord, she muted. Lord,
she muted herself.
Because I was doing promo commercial. Je m'appelle Madame Tonya.
Je m'appelle Madame Tonya.
All right, so now we got to keep it going with the good Sarah. Chuck, who is the next good Sarah? I guess we would say our sister, your Sarah.
Yeah, our sister, my Sarah, from way back in the Gap, all the way from the 39174 by way of Meridian, Mississippi, somewhere down there, around there, back uptown, round down to downtown. She got the cuz and you don't know none. Give it up for Markeisha Newsom. Woo! AKA Fam Bam Shay, AKA Fam Bam Shay. My bad.
Hey.
Shout out to the Fam Bambas. And Markeisha, you muted too. You gotta unmute.
There's something wrong with the sisters tonight. They on the mute. No, they are on the mute.
I'm off mute.
Thank you, Markeisha. Like they beat on us.
Yes, we here. We here real bad. Period.
Where y'all drink it? Where your drink it? Where your water?
You know what? I'm actually not drinking water tonight. I'm actually at Cheddar's and I'm drinking a painkiller. Oh. Believe it or not, I don't even drink cocktail drinks like this. So I'm really excited about this show. So much so that I'm drinking empty calories tonight for y'all.
Oh, that means you got to work out tomorrow. And
exactly.
While you working out, what you doing in the midst of your workout?
Yes, absolutely. So everyone who is not familiar with me or currently not following, please be sure to follow me at Fam Bam Fitness and at Original Fam Bam Shay on Instagram. I am currently competing for the cover of Muscle and Fitness magazine and the title of Miss Health and Fitness 2022. So I am asking for your continued support and by casting your free daily vote. Chuck, if you can please
most
put that link in there for me.
I got you.
So now I will be honest with you guys, very different from every other week that I've been on the show. I have been, holding solid at the number 1 and number 2 spot. And this round is a little different. I'll be honest. I'm like number 7. So y'all got to kind of help me come on back to number 1, like for real. But I will tell you all this, win or lose the title, either way, I've truly won because this competition has afforded me so many opportunities, including this one right here, speaking to you guys on this platform, because without that, I probably would not even be right here. So it is all good, all love, and I greatly appreciate all of the outpouring of love and support. So please, Chuck is going to hit my link, post my link on there. So please hit the link, cast the vote. Representation matters. Right now, it's a little pale. I'll be honest. And that's okay too, but representation matters, especially in a world of today where we have so many Black and brown young girls who think that they have to be physically enhanced, and they just, it's just a time of body positivity and working with what God gave you, and you can naturally enhance what you have. So I just really want to be here and just be that resource, and show people that they can do it too. So yes, let's tap into that link, please.
So look, we got the link on the screen. Everybody that's out there viewing with us right now, if you haven't casted your daily vote, you can do so. The only thing that they ask you to do is, if you are on Facebook, and that there are other ways to vote where there might be a cost associated with it. But if you can plug your Facebook in, you can verify that you're a human. It's absolutely free to vote once per day, right? Did I get that right? Yeah.
That is absolutely right. So it is once a day. The semifinals round end on Thursday. So we got a lot of work to do, but like I said, it's all good. It is, it's all love. This will definitely not be the end of you seeing me in your household. I'm actually working on some things right now. Like the old people say, always keep some irons in the fire. So just know that, Fam Bam Shay is definitely working. So
straight like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love
straight
it.
like that.
So Tanya, I saw some news earlier today. Tell us about the living room.
Oh, the living room show is sold out. Like,
yeah.
Sold out
shows. Gotta get up. Sold out shows.
Yeah, I mean, the support came in real. I set a goal to have been sold out by Wednesday last week, right? But you know how we write our plans, but God really, concrete the vision of what we've already asked for. So we sold out before Wednesday this week, and people were requesting tickets. But if you can't make it to in the living room, head on out to Blue Now. The same on July 2nd, where we'll be continuing the party, but we'll be in the basement.
Are we gonna be in the basement now?
Yeah. I call it the basement because you leave the living room and go downstairs to the party. So yeah, you're right. So we're gonna be celebrating at Blue Now on Frederick Street. Showtime at 11 p.m. So shout out to everybody who purchased tickets. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. July 2nd in the living room, and then July 2nd at Blue Now, 11 p.m.
Boom.
Oh, all right, man. Look, let's get ready to dive into it. Now, listen. We talk about holistic health. We talk about holistic healing. We all, Shay just talking about natural, body positivity, using what you have.
Yeah.
Tanya is always down for organic and natural stuff. We got a sister on here that's about to talk to us about putting two things together: cannabis and sex. Let's introduce Miss Natalie.
Why you didn't ring the bell for that, Chuck? Like, ring the bell.
He wasn't ready. He got caught off guard.
I was trying to make sure that the slides were loaded for the next person.
Look, I was like this: cannabis and sex.
Look, I'm trying to make sure I got Natalie. Look, man, forget y'all. Let's bring Natalie Bonner, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on, bring her in.
When I tell you I love the Tanya's energy, it's just amazing. I am here for it.
That thing is wide open.
Look. Shout out to my chapter, bro. John Veasley. He said, "Am I too old for this conversation?"
No, you might need to be in here.
No,
No, sir, Big Brother Veasley. No, sir, you are not.
All right, Miss Nat, we are all ears. This is your panel. We are listening. We are ready.
Thank you guys for having me. And what better topic than cannabis and sex? Two things that a lot of people are doing and don't want to talk about.
It is.
So,
why wouldn't they want to talk about it, Natalie?
It's still so many people use cannabis, but they don't want to, just because of the stigma, or they don't want people to know their business. And we all know everybody has sex, but nobody wants to talk about sex. So
baby's coming from somewhere, right?
Exactly.
The stork brought them.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the stork.
The high stork.
I was gonna say he's smoking cannabis too.
Yeah.
The stork coming in like this.
I I am so excited to be here and talk about it because a lot of people don't think about the connection between cannabis and sex.
Yeah.
And there's such a symbiotic relationship between the two that I'm just happy to be here to talk about it. It's a good topic.
So everybody right now, this is your time to share the link, share in the group.
It is right now.
Share it right now before she gets started. We are not backing up. Don't come in. Wait, what did she say? No, go ahead and share the link with whoever you need to share it with now.
It's okay.
We're about to dive
if you come
into
in
the
late,
conversation.
Just wait for the replay.
Just wait for the replay.
It'll be on YouTube. It'll be on Black Window Chaser Facebook. The replay will be there. All you have to do is wait. And Lord, I hope Shay got
Shay, I hope you got your earbuds in.
She's muted.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I have my headset in. Just for context, guys, we've been on the road all day and like literally got to our new location today.
Orlando.
So, yeah, right, in Orlando. So it's just kind of been a busy day. But moms do it all. You know what I'm saying? We mom, we drive, and we put the babies to sleep too. And we on the podcast. So, yeah.
All right.
Shout out to the mamas.
Not only that, the fine ass mommies. So shout out, shameless plug for Fam Bam Fitness because that's what FAM stands for. All the fine ass mommies. We doing it for the mommies that's fit and fine. There you go.
Come on.
Yes.
Hold up. This is totally off subject. Does FAM stand for fine ass mama and FAM?
It does. So Fam Bam stands for fine ass mommies and banging ass men. So that is the acronym for Fam Bam. So my whole mission is to connect family and fitness and bring a new spin to parenthood. So me and my husband both, we work out with our child and we doing this thing.
Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Look, Fam Bam with his imaginary button.
My imaginary button.
Yeah.
Get your muscles up.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys have a lot of energy. You need some good things that manage that energy along with the exercise.
Listen, I'm just not going to tell you like this. We probably already got it, but come on with it.
Oh, hey. You go ahead and mute out. Go ahead and mute out, Shay. Go ahead, Natalie.
Oh Lord.
The whole thing with cannabis and how it enhances your intimacy.
Yeah.
I mean, it helps to heighten your arousal and stronger orgasms. Who doesn't want a stronger orgasm, right? And just kind of great sexual experience because sometimes good sex means different things to different people.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Some people want the calm, relaxed experience. Some people want the blackout experience, right? So they have what we find with all the research, and now that more people are talking about sex and how cannabis has helped them, it has been discovered that low microdosing is best because for men, sometimes too much THC leads to erectile dysfunction. So what we have discovered is that just microdosing for both females and males kind of helps with the entire sexual experience. So you can just kind of relax, even if it's with a partner or you're having a solo session. So that's what's so great about using cannabis. And the reason why, I'm going to get a little bit scientific now, but the reason why is because, cannabis is like a I always screw this word up, but it's like a vasodilator.
Bring your camera down a little bit, Natalie.
My camera down. It's a vasodilator, which means it kind of opens up the blood vessels, relaxes them, increases the blood flow to those important areas, get that warmth going. So, it helps with the receptors on the nerve and the skin pathways, and they're all part of your pleasure and your pain receptors. So cannabis helps to either amplify the experience or can dull the experience if you overdo the THC. So how many of you guys have used cannabis along with before or during a sexual encounter?
I have not.
Business now.
I have not done it.
What is that, Tanya?
What is that, Tanya?
This is my great.
That's credit. all Planet 13.
There we go.
I've been there. Yes. You got to know.
Well, the thing is, Natalie, my kids, I tell people my kids were conceived like I enjoyed it. I still microdose. And it's very calming because before this show I actually had like a serious panic attack, anxiety, and I just had to take a moment and microdose to get myself together because it was just like So I will say that my kids, yeah, it's great. But somebody had a question. They were asking, shout out to my Sarah Queenie. She said, "Is this also valid for edibles?"
No.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to talk about that because it's not a lot of, because, the thing about edibles is that everybody metabolizes the edibles differently and the time it takes to take effect. So, it may take 45 minutes for an edible. And yeah, we as women, mostly we love the foreplay experience, just take us there slowly before, giving us the full shebang. But edibles have not been found to be effective. It's mostly your topicals or the strains that you're smoking.
Topical or strains that you smoke.
That you inhale.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get to the best strains depending on what you're looking for. Just as an example, if you're looking for energy, for longevity during the experience, you look at green crack or lemon haze. I don't know if you're familiar with those strains. But if you want to lower your inhibitions, Granddaddy Purple, which is a favorite, that one really helps kind of relax, bring you down, and get more exploratory with what you want to enjoy, more open to the experience, I would say.
Hold on, Natalie. Just Tamika.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. I have a headset in. Like, yes, we keep it very adult-like. Like we keep children in children's places. But great question, very valid question. We keep children in their places.
Tamika is one of our longtime community partners and friends, and she just asked that question. So Shay is responding to that. And hold up, I don't know what Brother Beasley is talking about, but Natalie, I'm going to jump out and then come back in because I'm having difficulty sharing your slides. So I want to throw
you don't have to share them. I mean, I have them up. I can talk to them and still,
But I know a lot of us are visual, so we like to see.
It won't take me long. I'll be right back. Y'all just continue the conversation, and I'll jump back in a moment.
Okay, go ahead, Miss Natalie.
Yeah, so basically we kind of talked about how cannabis enhances the sexual arousal, and for women especially, because we get to orgasm a little bit slower than men sometimes, unless we're really revved up and ready. So that it kind of helps with the process, helps us to kind of relax, lower our inhibitions, and that also adds to increased pleasure. Another thing, especially for women as they age, is sometimes sex can be painful due to lack of lubrication. So that's where using a CBD or THC lube helps, because it's going to relax you and also increase muscle flow to that area. So it's just all about just getting comfortable in your own skin, being free with your sexuality, and using cannabis can kind of help you with that. Kind of alters the perception of time, making the experience longer. And as Tanya mentioned, microdosing is just key. That's like the key. Microdosing and also the terpenes. It's not necessarily any kind of cannabis. It's specific terpenes that really help to enhance the pleasure. So I named a couple of strains. I don't know if you guys are familiar or if you have engaged with those strains, because a lot of people's like, look, I just smoke weed. I don't know what strain it is. If it's an indica or it's a sativa, right. But they all affect us differently, especially from a sexual perspective. It's all about relaxing and heightening your sensitivity to touch, and cannabis does all of that.
So what made you get into this field?
Well, it was just education, learning. I became an advocate. I have a CBD store, as Mac mentioned now, or Chuck mentioned, down in Biloxi, and I really started learning more and more about the efficacies of cannabis, and of course researching more products. And then being a woman, an aging woman who is still sexually active, you want to say, oh, if cannabis and if CBD makes me feel this good this way, I wonder if it can increase my experience in other ways. So
Wow.
it's passion. It becomes a passion project. And I talked about this before. It's like you can't get into this space without being an advocate. You come into it, of course, to make money. Then you start learning about the atrocities that have been put on people of color as a result of a plant. And your tentacles go out, and you start broadening your knowledge in other areas.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, it's the great thing about it. So many ways. I'm grateful that you advocate, because I worked in law enforcement and knew of some brothers who were incarcerated behind less than an ounce, whatever it was. It was just it was unfair, and so I'm grateful for you.
Thank you. I mean, in my driving passion is that I go to a lot of these conferences, and Mac has heard me say this before, and you see all of these white men in their suits, and they're just getting money handed to them, not worried about background checks or how they can play in the field. But then you have our brothers, when you look in the prisons, most of them are brown and black. They're serving time, as you mentioned. And then even when they get out and they are reformed citizens, for lack of a better descriptor, they can't even participate in the market now.
Wow.
Because people of non-color can participate in it freely, make millions of dollars, and people who are of color, there's so many barriers just simply because of the skin color and the war on drugs. So it's just passion. Like my specialty, and not my specialty, but the area that's truly passionate for me is just social equity and inclusion, because my brother and other family members have served so much time for things that are now people are making, like I said, millions of dollars on. And that's bullshit. And I just have to be a voice when I can.
Yeah.
So Ms. Natalie, Chuck has the slide up, and you can just tell him to change when you're ready. Can you see the slide?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we already kind of talked about dosing. That's important. Like I said, too much THC can backfire. If you do too much Granddaddy Purple, you're not going to want to engage in any sexual activity. You're just going to want to lay out and chill.
Gee, Dad, you mess around and get worms.
What? Shut up, Chuck.
What? All right.
Oh my God. Well, drink your beer for them worms.
Right, a beer.
Well, let me ask you this. So I do notice a lot of CBD operations, around the world now. The CBD percentage versus THC. Can you talk a little bit about that, as far as dosing, and also have you found that you get the same sexual pleasure with CBD? Well, probably not as much, but versus THC?
See, it just depends on your preference. Like me, THC, in most women, studies have found that in most women, THC can make them paranoid and raise anxiety, where CBD has the opposite effect on most women, where it becomes calming and relaxing for them, and it makes them more open because you don't have anxiety. So, I mean, there's some where a 1-to-1 ratio. My laptop's gonna die. Hold on. They have a 1-to-1 ratio that is really good. But the most important thing is your microdosing. CBD, of course, is more accessible to everyone because of the 0.03%. But you do need a little THC, and that's why I believe in with your lubes and your massage oils, a full spectrum product, which means it has a 0.03% THC. So if you're using a full THC oil and you're putting it on your girl, that doesn't mean she's going to heat up and be ready faster. It's still
right,
it's still a
process.
It's still a pleasure process,
Right.
You got to get that folk play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then, it's just that, for men in particular, Chuck and Mac, too much THC has had effects of like erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah, your man gets too high and he doesn't want to play.
Everything goes down.
Everything goes down and stays down.
We don't want down. We don't want down.
It ends up like
Shit, we don't want down either.
I said we.
I know, but look, it works both ways.
Hey,
or you'll only look if that goes down, Tanya. They only have to satisfy you down.
Exactly.
And that's when it's over.
But it's not fair, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody want to get there.
It works differently because just think one strain that works for you and gets you there, it may not work for your partner. He may have to try a different strain. So, like I said, it's just like
it sounds like this is a practice that you're gonna have to do some figuring as
research.
Yeah, research.
A little research that, Chuck.
And you try like, hey, babe, let's try this. Now, for example, you're going to see on the next slide where I kind of talk about the different terpenes that help Chuck. You go to the next slide where it's all about those terpenes, where we kind of talk about the different strains and terpenes that really, strains with a high level of limonene is really, really good, like your wedding cake, which is I sell a lot of wedding cake. People love that strain.
Yep.
You like the
I have some in my bag. I have the vegan version.
Am I on the right slide?
The next one we're talking about is like the different strains of terpenes. It's slide 4.
Oh, slide 4. Okay, all right, there we go.
Yeah. Where we talk about your indica dominant strains that are high THC hybrids that kind of really help, like body warming, euphoria, just relaxation, And then there's other ones that, for a nice calming effect or way to go, because, hey, there's solo sessions and then there are partner sessions. And LA Confidential, which is an indica, or another Amnesia Haze. Those are sativas, but they are really, studies have shown that for self-pleasure, those kind of heighten that solo experience. So, yeah. And it's just, the whole thing is just about, the terpenes. There's different terpenes that do different things. And someone was talking about edibles earlier, and they're just not the best way to go. As I said, they're just too slow and too unpredictable. There are edibles who some people get really high on, and others, I never felt anything. So it just depends on how the body metabolizes the THC in any cannabis product.
Yeah, I've heard horror stories about these edibles. People, find themselves in unfamiliar situations. After having consumed an edible, and some of them have been quite hilarious, if I do say so myself.
But the problem with the edibles is that because they're an edible and people are expecting an instant experience,
right?
It depends. Some people, an edible takes effect in 20 minutes and others could be 45 minutes or longer. Wow. So you just never know. The brownie may hit Tanya like in 10 and she's like, hey, let's go. And it may take me 45 or it makes me freak out altogether. But the last thing I'm thinking about is sex. I'm trying to figure out how the hell to come down.
Exactly. Man.
Tanya wake up like, hey.
You know what? I have a natural high too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I love that. It's great. It's amazing that you brought that up, both of you all, because like I have a tendency, I have to micro dose, because if I do too much, when I come down, it does not feel good. Like my body aches.
You're right.
Yeah, it hurts really, really bad. And I'm talking about I could just literally be sitting still, but it's like that descend of that high is just like it's a bit scary. So I literally, like my gummies, I would cut one in probably 8 pieces.
Oh wow!
I would
microdose
because I want to still be able to have some control because I'm already naturally high. So adding that sometime will boost me over a bit too much, and it makes it a bit scary for me. So I find a way to balance it because I don't consume daily. I probably consume twice a week because I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? I just really don't need it. I used to smoke, but I refrained from that because it would burn my vocal cords, and this is my moneymaker.
Oh yeah.
So I stopped that. I tried to do hookahs. None of those things are for me. And then I started grinding it and putting it in my food. So I will cook with it as if it's an herb. The only problem is I really don't measure, so I can't.
You be like, man, this chicken good.
I've eaten the whole chicken and then the baby chicks too.
And sleep.
I mean, it hits.
So yeah, Chuck, you probably ate some.
What movie was that? It was a movie where they put.
Oh, there was T.I. and Mike Epps.
That was it, boy. They had the whole hood coming up in that thing.
They dropped it in the fryer.
In the fryer.
And that delayed that, like you spoke of edibles. Like I consumed the piece probably at about 6. It didn't hit until 8.
It was called a trap. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. It didn't hit. My buzz didn't hit until 8.
Yeah.
And so I'm metabolized slowly. Therefore, that's why I'm micro, so I can take my time coming down as well. But that's been my saving grace as well, besides my whiskey.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because, like you said, people, they're impatient. It's like, why isn't anything happening? Let me eat another piece.
Yeah.
You got to pace yourself. I would tell you edibles, and that's the horror stories you were talking about, Chuck, because you lose control of yourself and then your environment. Yeah, you got to pace yourself with edibles.
Yeah, because you start panicking or your anxiety sets in. But the one thing I want to say, whenever anyone in the audience, if you feel like you've gotten too high from THC, keep some just regular full spectrum or even broad spectrum CBD with you. And if you feel like you're too high, you can just take that and it'll help bring you down some.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah, if you ever get too high on THC, you take CBD and it'll bring you down.
So any CBD product.
Yeah, as long as you don't want one you don't want to do Delta 8, no.
Right. You want something
from him, but you want just CBD, like I said, full spectrum is best or broad
bring
spectrum.
you down.
Yeah, bring you down.
Okay, we gotta get back. Now you gotta get back to your presentation.
Let me get back to suppositories and oils. We talked about.
Wait a minute. Did you say suppository?
Yeah, stick it in your ass.
That's what
or your vagina. It's so funny, guys. I had a customer, and our store is upstairs, so they come in downstairs, and I hear this lady coming up the stairs, and she's looking. I need some CBD that I can stick in me, and I'm like, okay, did I hear her right? No, she said I needed to make me wet. Right. And I hadn't seen her. I just heard this question. So I had to ask her again to make sure I heard her right. So a lot of women, because it does. And, you use a suppository for women. You can put it in your vagina and then it slowly, the coating will slowly melt away. And then you have instant lubrication.
I know you're going to dig this.
There were those buttons I was talking about earlier, Miss Natalie.
Yeah, that's right. And we actually have, some of the lubes will actually be flavored. Like we have one that we retail that's taste of cinnamon, so.
Damn.
Excuse me? Say it again?
Your girl and your mouth on fire.
Exactly.
Kapow.
Yeah. Fire.
Yeah, so people like to use it, because of course a nice massage, a partner massage, and you're focusing all on him.
Keep going, because all of this is getting great. We talk about CannaSex for those of you that might just be tuning in. The comments, they're jumping, so let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going. Well, okay, let's one thing that people don't talk about, sometimes, sex is painful. So maybe not so much. It could be for them. Well, I mean, for a man, I'm going to assume that if the person that they're engaged in sex with is dry and it's not lubricated enough, it could be discomfort for you. But for that woman, it's awfully discomfortable.
Right.
And CBD and what the suppositories do is that they're just great lubricants to kind of get her juices jump started, whether it's anal sex or vaginal sex. It kind of enhances that pleasure, especially if it has a warming sensation to it. So suppositories work.
Yes.
Yeah, they will.
I know. I'm literally just sitting here just thinking as you're talking, how many women and men who've been struggling and aren't comfortable to talk about this, especially I can speak of my mom's generation and my aunts. They're scared to talk about this when it's something more natural than anything, because we have our elders who are in the hospital at the doctor taking medications that are being practiced on, where they have something natural that can absorb and heal everything going on with them. So that's why I'm just like sitting here like, wow.
Yeah. The thing that it makes me think about is Fab Five Freddy has a documentary on Netflix about cannabis. And he does a deep dive of how cannabis became so demonized. I won't say criminalized yet, because in the context of which he was attempting to explain, I think it might be it's an episodic form of a documentary, but they talk about during the jazz, like the early years of the jazz era,
the Nixon era.
Right, where you would always have this one person that was, for lack of a better term, that dude that always had the weed. And the jazz musicians, they would experiment with cannabis, and they would come up with these different riffs and all of these different chords and things. And
most creative people use cannabis,
right? And they created music that everybody loves, right? But it got to the point where it was demonized. And then I think, to Tanya's point, you get folks that have these decades upon centuries of demonization as it relates to something that is natural, that was used in religious practice over all of these centuries and years. And it gets to the point to where we're seeking things that have become, I guess, man-made as a remedy for something that God has already given us in terms of everything that we need coming from in the earth.
That's why we need a shirt that said "Free to Plant."
There we go. There you go, Chuck. I need that shirt for July 2nd. I need 2 of them.
Free to plant.
Yeah.
Free to plant.
And
free to land, man.
And Chuck, I don't know how deep he went into it in the documentary, but it was Nixon and his hates of blacks and Mexicans.
Yes, it went into it. It definitely went into it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, that scare tactic. Well, cannabis makes Mexicans and blacks want to rape our good white women.
Nat, yeah, go ahead to go.
Yeah, that was pretty much
Cause that topic right there is even now when they see black men, even now when the stereotype of no matter how much you educate about holistic, when they see black men and they think about cannabis in any form, they always imagine the big monster coming to do something to the frail little white lily. That I'm gonna get us kicked off, Nightcap, if I keep talking. I'm gonna just go ahead and let you go.
Yeah, let's keep talking about.
Yeah, you go ahead. Nobody want that shit. Go ahead.
But yeah, so that's pretty much the gist of it, is that just people need to open their minds up that there's more holistic ways than Viagra pills for our that may cause other problems with our organs, or just suffering, or and as you age, that's a very important part of being human, being a mammal. It's something that should not be taboo, and people should try to find holistic measures to ensure the longevity of their sex lives. And cannabis is one of those things that allows them to do that.
Now we saw some tubes, some vials, or these. What are these we looking at right now?
Yeah. Okay. Now these are just some of the products that we carry at Blue Lotus Creations, and we have these are my top 5 sellers. I don't know if you remember when Dee and I were on. She talked about vagina, which is, I'll get to that one. And it's for, but these, we have the Sacred Man tincture, and basically it's essential oils and herbs to include cannabis that are great for helping prostate health and reducing inflammation, because typically inflammation in the body is what causes the most problems with sexual relations. So it, helps you with your sex drive, reducing stress, and helps you to have increased energy and focus so that you can focus on pleasing your woman and receiving pleasure from your woman or man, whatever your preference is. Then we've got a Sacred Union elixir. It's great because it's another one that opens up the blood flow to that area that's being stimulated, and so that natural arousal and lubrication can occur. We have Allure, which it's, since it's one of those, when I talked about earlier about sensitivity of touch, like your ACDC, your bubblegum kush, sour diesel, those heighten the touch. So a massage with using those, and then the elixir is great. Then we have Allure, and we have Passion. This is the one that I was telling you about with the cinnamon for taste, and also increased warming sensation with that. And all of these have other essential oils that have been researched and determined to be effective in raising sexual desire. And then Cosmic Vagina is really for, I say it's formulated for women by women, but it's men should really welcome the use of this product as well, because it is a really silky arousal oil. I mean, of course, we can't use it with latex condoms, but it's just, what's the word? It elongates the experience for the woman. So this was the Cosmic Vagina is one of my top sellers for women who use it.
Cosmic Vagina.
Yeah.
Can I order a bottle?
Speaking of ordering a bottle, Natalie, have you mentioned your website?
No, I haven't.
And then are these topicals? Any of these tinctures like put on your tongue, or what do you do with these?
Well, no, these aren't the tinctures that you put under your tongue.
It might end up under your tongue depending on where you put it up. But anyway,
go ahead.
Will end up on your tongue eventually. You shouldn't apply it though. It's really that wine for the bottle. It's for external use.
It's for what use, Natalie?
External use, like for use. A woman can put it on her clit, her labia, but she wouldn't want to insert it inside her vagina. Because of course, it's going to naturally, some of it's going to go in there doing this sex act. You can, for example, massage your man's penis with it. You can use it before or bring him to orgasm using this oil, So
we talk about Cosmic Vagina, or we talking about all 5 of these?
Oh no, I was talking about all 5 of them.
Okay, so the Sacred Man tincture is what you put that on the penis?
Yes.
Okay.
Now that one you can put on the penis, and you can also, now that one you can ingest.
You can ingest the Sacred Man, all right.
Yeah.
But the other 4, what about the Sacred Union? You said that you take the ceremonial.
Yeah, the Sacred Union is topical, or you can ingest that. The Allure and the Passion are meant for body parts.
Gotcha.
And the vagina is meant for body parts.
All right.
I do want to say that, of course, you are going to end up with some of it in your body, in your mouth, or your, inside of you. But, and look, guys, you're talking about baby boom here, so I'm always trying to find the politically correct words, even though this is Nightcap.
It's the wrong show.
Hey,
and I'm it's just my generation, okay?
Keep it raw 100. These babies.
Go ahead. Me and Tanya be your translator. Go ahead.
There we go.
Matt. What did Miss Natalie just say? What did she say? Can you translate for us?
You said it's when you put it on the body part and you rub it in, right?
Yeah, like it'll end up in your body, eventually.
So
you know.
eventually, when you put it on your thing or put it inside a hut, you're going to end up swallowing some of it anyway if you're doing what you're supposed to do. That's what she said.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what she said. Okay.
Hey, Shay, welcome back to the show. Nightcap
That's a
Knowledge.
PG
That's
version.
drink of milk or water.
CannaSex. Get your coconut water. Emphasis on the cocoa and the nut. There you
And
go.
the pedia.
Exactly.
Did you hear what Chuck just said?
I heard.
Me. I'm sorry. Hold up.
You actually got to take a drink on that, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I mean, and you know what? A lot of people will wait for their partners to introduce different things. You know,
Right.
I know all of you guys have heard about the rose, right? You know, it's taking over bedrooms.
Oh Lord.
You heard about the rose? I know Max heard about the rose.
The rose.
Because a rose is still a rose.
There she
Yeah,
goes.
the rose,
There she
the
goes.
Baby girl, you will shower your flower.
Exactly. The rose is like the number one selling device, sexual device for women. It's like taking over.
And they
It's
have a new
good.
addition. They have a new addition they're adding to it.
Like the business, okay? And you can use these oils with your rose or any
That's
other.
beautiful. That's
Everybody
a beautiful
in
thing.
the audience for fathers, you know.
Yeah, go ahead and say it for Father's Day. Go ahead for Father's Day.
They have male versions of it too. So
They
Hold
sure
on.
do.
Hold on. Is this the Rose Toys?
yeah.
Yes.
Hold on, I'm finna bring it up on the screen.
Oh shit.
Janae said the rose is meh for me.
Oh, yeah. You said it's what?
The
Meh.
rose is meh
Meh.
for
Jay,
me.
I don't think you ever been this quiet on this show.
I think she needs to get the updated version.
Later.
Oh yeah, those are the.
Why is this?
Oh,
What did you go? What did you go on?
Am I on the right site?
you know,
Because the rose
the rose.
is still a rose.
It been nice being on Facebook, y'all. We probably gonna be in jail. Y'all might have to catch us next week on what's the name of the shit? YouTube and what's the other one, Chuck? That you got?
Hey, that boy right there, that boy.
That cute.
That boy don't play. That's all.
Oh shit.
Trying, that's
Here.
right.
I mean, hey,
yum.
here's the thing. You know, the reality of it is this is a great thing. I know
Yeah.
we're talking about the rose, but I have a quick question though while it's on my mind. Hemp, CBD, THC.
Hemp,
Explain
CBD.
the difference. Hemp.
And you know
CBD,
what,
THC.
Tanya? That's a great question.
That
And
is a
we're
good
actually going to have a workshop about that at the expo we're going to do on August 20th.
I'm there. Wait, I have a show.
Hold on.
I'm there.
You might be performing. We might need to talk about that.
Let's do it.
Pew, pew.
Can I sing because I wrote? No, I'm just playing.
So, Miss Natalie, you got now. How does those three affect when you start talking about the intimacy? You know,
Yeah.
CBD, hemp,
Yep.
and
Yeah,
this
THC.
overall.
And what's the difference between all of them?
Okay, so the only difference between all of it's cannabis, right?
Yeah, all cannabis family, right?
0.03%. You know, if it's 0.03% or lower, it's classified as hemp, right? And then if it's over, it's classified as marijuana. So you have CBD that comes from marijuana and CBD that comes from hemp. Mississippi, a lot of states that don't have adult use, and you can use hemp. That's their way of being able to allow their citizens to utilize the efficacies of cannabis through the use of industrial hemp. They extrapolate the CBD, you know, various methods, CO2, ethanol, you know, and pull out the CBD for our use, and it's 0.03%. Where with marijuana, it's higher THC, where hemp has a lower THC. So that's really the difference. Think about 0.03% is really the distinguishing factor of the cannabis plant, because it's also cannabis sativa L.
So 0.3 and below would be your hemp.
derived.
Would 0.3 and a little bit be
Above.
your
That's where
CBD?
you start moving into your no, because hemp has CBD and marijuana
Gotcha.
has CBD.
So CBD is in both.
Both,
Okay.
yeah, but you have more CBD in hemp and less THC, or
Right.
you have more THC and less CBD in marijuana.
So what if someone decides they want to consume more hemp? Will they get that same effect as one dose of THC?
Well, no, it all just depends. Now, the way CBD works in the body, a lot of people think if I take more, it's going to be better for me. But the way CBD works in the body is that if you take too much, it actually starts decreasing in efficacy. Yeah, because the sweet spot is like 500 milligrams is what a lot of people do. 1,200 to 500. You have some people that have 3,000, 5,000 milligrams of CBD in a 1 ounce bottle, or they're getting more so into when people start using those levels of CBD. I always recommend that they move over to a more THC dominant product because that's going to help mitigate, for example, whatever they're looking for, like for people with Parkinson's, cancer. That's where you get into your RSO oil combinations. Those are higher in THC. But for everyday wellness, like what we need, CBD hemp will take care of that because you won't get the high. That's another distinguisher between the two. Marijuana, you get the head high. Hemp, you don't get high, but you feel well. But and that's why they created Delta 8, not created, but they discovered the Delta 8 cannabinoid because some people in places like Mississippi who couldn't get medical marijuana, they used Delta 8. I have a lot of people who actually smoke loud. That's that's the most popular strain ever is loud, and people who now are using Delta 8, which is derived from hemp, and it satisfies them at the same level that smoking loud.
Wow.
I've learned so much. Mac, we can't hear you, dog. You muted, but
oh yeah, I muted myself because I was laughing at them, but I was saying the body high. Explain that the body high.
Yeah, and once again, now that's terpene. It's terpene determined, right? So people describe using CBD, hemp-derived CBD, as more of a body high, body relaxation and calmness, where the psychoactive effect, and a lot of people want that, it comes from your marijuana strains. But not to say there are some, it just depends. Like I said, the terpenes is what you focus on when you're looking at what your experience is going to be.
And the terpenes is what we discussed on this slide where you started.
When we talk about the different terpenes.
Yeah.
Can you really quick distinguish indica and sativa?
Yeah, just think indica. When you think about indica, like me, I like to be chilled and relaxed. That's just my natural. I'm a functioning introvert, so it helps me to come on a podcast and where I don't live in my head and I feel calm and relaxed. Well, sativa is more your uplifting strains where you want to clean the garage. Creatives, a lot of creatives like music people, your painters, your artists, your performers, they like the sativa because it kind of boosts them up, gets them going, crunk, excited, So that's the difference. And then you have your hybrids that's like an even kill in the middle. So those are all specific strains with specific terpenes. But your dominant, most people use cannabis. They want to relax. They want to sleep.
Yeah.
And they both can help mitigate pain. But for, relaxation and sleep, you go for an indica. If you got a lot of stuff to take care of, like if you're planning that night of 8 hours of sex, you may want to use a sativa strain there.
It looked like Shay got some on her mind. She just started rocking.
Go ahead, Shay.
We can't hear you, Shay.
We can't hear you.
Don't unmute yourself.
You're on mute.
And I can't unmute you. I can't unmute you.
Turn you up. Turn your mic up.
Tap your mic.
You muted.
All right, we're gonna go out and come back in. There you go. All right.
Come back. So what was after the next slide? I know we stopped at looking at the different. What was next, Chuck?
Next was going to be the summary.
Yeah, and the summary was pretty much what I have just said, that basically it's all about, there's no right or wrong strain for sex. It's about people's preference. And how you have to just test. It's fun to test and figure out which one works best with you and your partner, or with you alone.
I'm absolutely educated. Like I'm
want to go to the workshop, man. Come to the expo where we can have this type of information. And
August 20th, we're in that thing.
Yeah.
That's
Look
it,
at
right?
Natalie.
Huh?
Mississippi Cannabis Business and Health Expo, vendors, employment opportunities, medical marijuana education. We've got our speakers here: Natalie Jones Bonner, Senator Kevin Blackwell, Attorney Ron Durbin. Saturday, August 20th, at the Mississippi Trademark Center right there in downtown Jackson. We've got a great opportunity for you to come and learn. Mac, you want to tell them a little bit more about this as we kind of round out our show, and we want to get some more votes in for Markeisha.
So this event here is going to be the combination to understand the only way we have medical marijuana is due to the health benefits and medicinal benefits. So we'll go over the list of those diagnoses that qualify. We will talk about who can also write scripts. We will talk about the business side, what it's like, the different licensing for dispensaries, growing, network with some of the folks that are from out of state that came here to do the business. Opportunities. A lot of time people are looking for a job, but with this industry, it's self-sustaining in Mississippi. That means everything has to be grown here, has to be transported, has to be sold here. So that means there are a lot of opportunity for you to start your own business and be a part of this growing green economic movement. So that's why we say free to plant. That's something DD always talk about. So this is a great event. A lot of networking, a lot of opportunity for you to bring maybe some things that are non-related to cannabis and be a vendor. But this is a really eco boost and economic boost for the state. But also, as we just had in this hour, education, and destroying the conservative mindset about this stereotypical plant.
The false narrative, Chuck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the false narrative, the lie that these some bitches told about the green, the plant, and that has been used to interact the amendment for as you cannot force a man to work except for when he's in prison, right? All right, so that has been used to destroy many lives and not been educated. So I say this too, and don't want to mess nobody else up. The marijuana that you smoke that ends up being a class highly with cocaine and crystal meth was done by usually somebody in a white coat, right? The guy that got the stereotype that you might see as they depict in movies with the gold teeth and the tattoos. His ass didn't stay in physics and chemistry long enough to figure out how that shit work, right? So there's some people with some PhDs and some DRs in front of their name that learn how to take this chemical and put it in this plant and make it natural. So when you smoke it, you get a different type of high than what we just talked about, and none of the medicinal benefits that we just talked about. So we want to make sure that people are properly educated on knowing the difference between that type of thing and this cannabis, and also just like we talked about the difference between hemp and cannabis, medical marijuana. So,
but also do the research before you get involved. Like,
some bitch
know what's best for your body. Don't do it just because everybody else. It's almost like going back to what Mama say. If everybody else do it, don't mean you can do it. Say everybody's body is different, so consume what's best for you.
True. That is so true, especially for women. It's just so important because our bodies do react differently because we are different. And even though we all have cannabinoid systems, just that THC in most women have a different effect. But one of the things I wanted to kind of piggyback on what Chuck was saying about the conference is that what's so important for people who are listening, you may not have ever thought about coming into the space. And you have to understand that there's so many ways to participate in the green rush without having to touch the plant. So you possibly could take what you currently do as your day job and bring it over to the cannabis space and start a business. Yeah. It's your duty to if you've ever had a family member arrested for cannabis, or you've have a record for possession, it's our duty to make sure we participate in this space as Black and brown people. We have to. We've been the most demonized group, disproportionately arrested, lives ended. They can't vote. Even with the hemp bill, the way it's currently, I'm getting on soapbox, but even with the hemp bill, guys, how it's currently written and it's legal in all states at the federal level, Black and brown people, because they've had felonies, they can't even get their USDA hemp license.
No.
Mm-hmm. So, Ms. Natalie, how can a personal trainer, fitness person, get involved in the cannabis business?
Okay, so you can use cannabis. Cannabis, they have THCV now that has been used for weight. Studies have shown, and I actually sell the gummies that they help with appetite decreasing. A lot of people don't like THC.
What?
THC
decreases the appetite.
It decreases appetite because a lot of people get high and they want to eat. When you smoke too much THC, you want to eat a lot. Well, this particular cannabinoid now actually it decreases your appetite, so it mitigates the effects of THC.
THCV as in Victor, right?
CV as in Victor. Do some research, you'll see that it's an appetite suppressant.
I need that. I need that for real.
For BAM, energy, high energy. Did I say that right? BAM. Okay.
Bam, bam.
Bam,
yeah.
bam.
Bam, bam. Yeah. It's
ass mamas banging ass men.
Banging it. Yeah. It increased energy.
I think it also helps you concentrate. You can focus more on your actual workout, and you can really connect your mind to muscle.
Yeah.
Most people get distracted easily, so they can't focus and be disciplined enough to carry out their workout. So I can see how that would work. Look, man, we got a whole show we putting together right here. That sounds like we need to do a demonstration at the expo. And it sounds like we need to do a demonstration at the expo.
So I got a way we can. How about we do a dinner? Can I plan a dinner and Natalie?
A cannabis infused dinner.
Yeah, I already have the idea in my head. It could be something that kicks off the conference, and it could be a ticketed event, but for the sponsors, it'll pretty much be like a homage to gratitude for that. But we can have something that's very exclusive. I have the idea for it already. We could talk about it off camera, but I think it'll be really, really nice to educate. And for those who may aspire, well, I can speak from the artist perspective. Fam Bam can speak. Marquisha.
Just Fam Bam Shake. Yeah.
Fam Bam Shake. She can speak from the fitness perspective. Chuck, entertainment. Mac, also just mental wealth and health. And Natalie, you can give us all of that in one at this dinner, infused but educational. An educational infused dinner.
So you're gonna put John to work.
Yeah, let's do that. We need more. We need more.
Natalie, she didn't tell you that her husband is a chef.
Yeah.
Oh, so he can infuse the food.
Yeah. We'll just need like your insight as far as like measurement, dosage, because we want everyone to be safe. See, Tanya, I cook vegan, so mine is a bit different, but it's still
I'm eating what Tanya cooked.
Yeah, it's still sad. Yeah, I did some stewed chicken and cauliflower rice stir fry.
Chicken.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's all vegan, but it was really, really good. So I think chickless chicken.
Chicken.
Okay, whatever. But I think that'll be really, really dope if we plan it. And it also could be part of my other birthday party. I got 5.
Oh, see, I knew it.
Everything.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah, we have cannabis infused beverages too.
Oh my god!
Infused protein shake.
Oh yeah.
Infused juices with kale, like a kale tonic type infused type. Like you got to come on, bring it on around to
You
fitness.
gonna
Yes.
dig this?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it. I love
Healthy
it.
and high. Healthy and high. That's the name of it. Healthy and high. There it is.
Healthy and high. I
Hell,
love it.
hell yeah.
Dispelling the myth. Yes, debunking the myth.
Yeah.
Healthy and
A lot of
high.
people are putting that
I love it.
in salads. They're eating it raw, like in salads.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love it.
Y'all ever had beer that had hemp or weed in it?
I haven't tried a hemp beer. I've tried hemp infused wine, THC infused wine, lemonades, teas. There's a big small business.
Let me know when they start doing whiskey and scotch and cognac.
Hold on, let me do some research.
Look at Tanya. Goes to computer.
Look, she's gonna start researching whiskey.
So look, I think this topic has definitely been one for the books in terms of the type of questions that we've been able to answer, the information that was shared, even some of the historical background as to how we arrived at this particular point of advocacy and entrepreneurship. So it's safe to say that I think we got to do this conversation again, and I think there's going to be like a part 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, where we have we did CannaSex.
Real details.
So we need to have some additional follow-up, but I think prior to the expo, we can start talking about more of the business side, because there's so many sides of what we're able to do with cannabis, as even in the small brainstorm session that we just had here. We came up with cannabis infused protein shakes, or
that's crazy. Like I think I don't mean to cut you off, Chuck, but like nutrition spots around the world, like nutrition and wellness cafes, like that's hot right now. Like to infuse that and marry the two, that's insane. Like that's crazy.
Here's the thing that I would like to use to round out this conversation. There will be entities that will pop up and attempt to duplicate or carbon copy or Xerox or however you want to do steal. Yes. What I would encourage everybody to do is that if you are a Black-owned business and you have clients in Mississippi, or you are doing business in Mississippi and you are a Black-owned business, I want you to register on MississippiBlackPages.com. It is absolutely free to do so. We will be doing another statewide Mississippi Black Business Expo. It is Black because we're focusing on making sure that we can do business with Black businesses. In that, if let's say you're an ally, you're a person that wants to spend your money with a Black-owned business, this resource is for you, right? If you are a Black person and you want to intentionally be able to spend your money with a Black-owned business, this resource is for you. We want and we will continue to produce this event that is organized by us, for us, led by us, funded by us, and not co-opted by any other outside entity. Meaning that we're not taking money from a white business, and I'm not saying that we can't do business with them, but in this particular thing, we want to honor our ancestors that were able to do business with each other at a very, very high level. We're able to provide a particular product, whether that be education, whether that be entertainment, whether that be industry, industrial products, your mercantile products, your silverwares, whatever the things are that we can produce and then that we can source sustainably and from farm to table. All of these things that are these hot topics now, we want Mississippi Black Pages to be that hub so that we know when we go to Tunica where we can go and eat and shop and do those things. When we come to Biloxi, or when you venture over into affiliate cities, our neighboring cities, we can direct you to the places that you can go and eat and stay and dine and live in New Orleans. So as Mac would say, we got our Black-ish, and that's not to say that it is that you can't come and sit with us, but we're trying to do what it is that's going to be best for our community. We're having these types of conversations on Nightcap Knowledge because we want to put something on your head before you go to bed, so that when you wake up in the morning, you're walking with purpose, you're walking with the type of information that you can go and use, and you can be confident in the information, knowing that it came from somebody that done bumped their goddamn head because they done bought that sense. That's what the old folks.
Now, Chuck, I want you to say this. Now, when you was in Jamaica, Chuck, now this goes along with the conversation.
Yeah.
You want people to get up in the morning, walk with their head up, with what kind of energy?
That big dick energy, that good pussy energy. Like, what you mean? Like, you need to walk with the confidence that God gave you, man. Like, God don't want you walking around, a person that is unsure of themselves. That ain't what God is for you. No.
I mean, we ain't trying to bring scripture, but the Bible do say study thyself. You got to study for you.
Know thyself.
That part.
Go back to what I said about transferring negative energy. If you don't like you, you're not gonna like me. If you hate you, you're gonna always find a reason to be upset with me. You're gonna always have that toxicity in your body, in your brain. And that's why you need holistic ways of spiritual enlightenment with music. All right. Yeah. Physical fitness and change of diet and lifestyle. Yeah. Using herbal entities like CBD and hemp to help you. You got to change your mindset, because you have to start to like you, whatever you are, however you build, as you say, body positivity. You got to like you.
Baby, you got to do the work. Look,
that's right.
Bam Shay. I got a massage yesterday. I told my masseuse, he's an athletic masseuse as well. I was like, I didn't know we had muscles in our booty. Like, he was like getting like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that, as a joke, but I just did not know. I knew gluteus maximus, like, I just never went into
never
detail.
Damn hamstring.
No, I pulled a hamstring in my leg, but I never pulled an ass muscle. And so my thing was, this man, and it's burning. So he asked me, he's like, shout out to my brother, Body, Mind, and Spirit Athletics. Yeah, in New Orleans. David was like, he said, Tanya, what did you do? I said, I wear heels because I kickbox. So I will tell you that wellness is between my brother, Dr. Simpson. Shout out to Fleur de Lis Chiropractic brothers that are doing the damn thing in New Orleans. Yeah. My brother adjusted me. I went to my brother David to get my massage. And my soror, who's a physical trainer here as well. Shout out to Whitney, Freedom Fitness. Like, y'all are doing the damn thing. And I would say this, you have to take care of your body and do the work. You can consume your edibles, but if your diet is not right, you can consume your edibles. If your mind is not right, you can consume your drinks, your edibles, whatever it may be. If you're not right, you're going to find yourself still within, not healing. You got to do the work. You have to do the work.
So if you had that massage with the oil that Natalie have.
Ooh, I'm glad my tubes died.
I'm through.
Oh my God.
I quit. All right. Shay, tell everybody what you want to do, and Natalie, drop your website, because Tanya didn't, we kicked us off the show.
Yes, she did. I did just want to piggyback though on something that Natalie was speaking about from a holistic approach of, even incorporating sativa. When you're just speaking about creatives and just doing different things like that. It is also a great alternative. You hear a lot of people that are into exercising and, pre-workouts. I don't like pre-work. I don't do pre-workouts at all. I mean, it's really bad, in my opinion. And I think there are other things, i.e., that sativa, that can give you the same amount of energy and not, be so harsh to your body, because you are really putting bad things in your body when you are, loading up on those pre-workouts and all those other chemicals.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm sorry.
No, that's a good point. I know that's a trend. There's a lot of promotion and marketing behind this pre-workout thing that you ingest.
Yep.
That's supposed to give you the energy to get through your workout.
Yep.
I've
totally bad for your heart.
Yeah.
Totally bad for your heart. It makes your liver, overworks your liver. I mean, it's just junk for your body, honestly. I mean, yes, it does give you that energy, but it's just for that temporary, but you don't really realize what you're doing to your body long term versus like really educating yourself, to Tanya's point, about, what you're actually ingesting and, really taking a more holistic approach, from herbs, from the earth. Yeah. So other things that I'm trying to do, I am trying to secure this cover for Muscle and Fitness magazine, and the title of Miss Health and Fitness 2022. Yes. So please hit that link. Semifinals is over this Thursday. So, only number one goes to the next round. But even if not, you guys, I greatly appreciate the support. It has been a tremendous outpouring of love. I have gone from literally 243 followers to 3,000 plus. Literally, like no cap at all. So that's a win within itself. So it just really has given me the opportunity to expand, my platform and, just continue to be a resource to my people. And that's really my ultimate mission. That's what I'm trying to do. And I greatly appreciate tonight's topic. And I'm going to go back and watch the replay of the things that we missed. But great topic. Thank you all so much for having me.
And to quickly piggyback on to what Markeisha was saying, I know a lot of people, who because of jobs and random drug tests, they can't use cannabis, they can't even use CBD. And I tell people, just because you use a broad spectrum product, you can still test positive because it'll build up in the body. There are some great mushroom derived products that helps as a pre-workout, or if they're looking for focus and energy, where you don't have to necessarily use cannabis. And we can talk about that as an
That's a good topic, like for real, like seriously.
And then we carry some crazy mushroom derived products as well. I'm
going to check you out. Did you post her site?
Yeah.
Is it anywhere for me to find?
Yes. And plus, share my information with the ladies as well, my phone number and the contact. But my website is shopbluelotus.net.
And are you on Instagram, Facebook?
Yeah, I'm on Blue Lotus Creations in Biloxi for Instagram, and then Facebook we are Campaign Art and CBD.
Love it. I'm
blocked on Facebook now because I posted pictures of gummies and had THC on it, and they're 3 days. 3-day restriction. Just for posting a THC product. Ridiculous.
Facebook is they're just getting out of control.
I just got out of restriction. They had me on restriction for 17 hours.
What did you do?
Soliciting votes. I was asking people to vote for me.
But you got people in the white. Oh, let me shut up.
Wait, hey.
Go live with hate acts, and that's okay.
Yeah,
people can post guns and they can post all this bullshit, but you
can
you can't ask for vote for fitness.
I'm about to move to Venus.
And it's free. I'm not even asking nobody for money, but it is what it is.
Spam probably, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Like literally at the semifinals round, they blocked me. So it's all good.
That was a hater.
Mark Zuckerberg got a cousin.
Mark
Zuckerberg cousin. He don't want his cousin competing with you. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Screw all them. That's what that is.
Right. Yes. How about that? Facebook.
and
listen, man.
For the record,
everybody on here has a business.
We're live on Twitch, YouTube.
Facebook. Yep, Twitch and YouTube. We're gonna have to push Twitch and YouTube.
That's what I need. Right. I need you guys to send me whatever marketing campaign so I can let everybody know each week and be posting that little social media post that we're going to be live every Tuesday. Like they know I've been telling people join in on Tuesdays, but some people want to join somewhere else on different platforms because Facebook has become a bit racist, and I'm just gonna call it what it is.
It became.
It's racist. Like it's just straight up. So while I'm still on there, I'm gonna let y'all know. Down me, text me right now. 504-777-2985 to know what's going on with Tanya Boy Cannon. I'm all around the world. Blessed to do what I love. 504-777-2985. Again, for those who didn't get tickets to in the living room, Jackson, Mississippi, I will be bringing in the living room to you. I am coming. We're working out the location right now for an intimate spot. I still want to have, I want to be able to touch you. So I'm going to have some tinctures in me if I... So no, I'm not for real though.
You want to get warm after your touch.
Ew, in New Orleans. Yeah, all of that. Right. But no, on the for real though, I'm looking for a dope spot.
Damn.
So if you have a nice intimate spot that holds about 50 to 75 people that has already sofas, I need that spot. So if y'all know of anybody in Jackson, Mississippi, let me know. The coast, I'm bringing in the living room for Mississippi Greek Weekend 2023. I already told Chuck. So fam, bam, get ready because we need you to work us out.
Yes, we coming through with the power hour. You just tell me.
Yeah,
you tell me the day and I'm there.
Wait, how about we do the power hour on that Friday? Because that Friday night we get lit. Oh Lord, let me pray.
We'll kick it off that Saturday morning with the infused breakfast, like an infused
There
brunch.
we go.
Yep. We're gonna put our own spin on that thing. Yep.
You need to do
some good protein waffles, some good chicken, air fried chicken. You know, well, even you know what? Put your own vegan spin on it.
There
Absolutely.
We got the tofu.
Yes.
Wait, so we got to finish. Natalie, what you said?
No, I wanted Fam Bam to make sure that she brings that to our Cannabis Festival for 2023. You could do a session on cannabis and fitness. We had people in attendance for our first one. And then in 2023, we're doing 2 days instead of one. And that will be an amazing session.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm excited.
And 22nd, 2023.
You see the smile?
I have 2 biochemists that you can work with to create your own. So that's how we'll do that. These sisters, these Black women have been doing biochemistry. So let's create the Fam Bam infused protein.
Whip it.
You'll
get it.
Hey, we ready.
And your smoothie.
Yes. I mean infused collagen. I'm talking all of it. Like, listen, we with it. Yes.
All right. So
guess what?
Okay.
Guess what? All those things y'all talking about, we're going to talk about at the Mississippi Cannabis Expo. Hope that everybody that's on this feed right now will be there. We can make this into session. It sounds like we might be adding some more sessions or adding you guys to help host, cover some of the sessions that we have. And somebody said the after party. Come check them out. We have our own sister, Miss Natalie, is going to be there, Senator Blackwell. And then we have a worldwide, well, definitely known in the U.S., an attorney that specializes and talks about cannabis. So make sure you come out and check out this event. You can go to impacttickets.com, check out the Mississippi Cannabis Business and Health Expo. And we're going to learn how we can utilize the plant. Sometimes you can make money off of it without even touching it, right?
Yes.
But everybody on this feed has a business. And this expo, we're going to talk about a couple things. But one thing that all of us going to talk about, Chuck, what is that?
Wait. We're going to get to where the money reside, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Nightcap Knowledge. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, rocking with us one more Tuesday, putting some on your head before you go to bed, ladies and gentlemen. So appreciate you. We'll see y'all here next Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. We know you like it. We know you love it. We love y'all. Shout out to Miss Natalie for being here with us. Fam Bam Shay, y'all need to go vote for her. Tanya got a new show. She's selling out. Y'all go ahead and get ready for it. We'll see y'all here next week. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah.